What's up, mages and monsters? I'm Odd, by the way. New video format number 873. Also, I have a face again. Hello. I feel like this is where I would start to say we're going to be doing something different, because I feel like I say that every single video, but in this case, not really. Because we're going to be doing art challenges, which I'm relatively used to some degree at least, right? I'm going to be doing them like physical challenges, so I'm going to be using my non-dominant hand and have a blindfold beside me. You can't see it, but I'm going to be using a blindfold and drawing, and so the drawing I'm used to. So I have video evidence in front of you so that you can see that I am actually struggling through these things and not, just making it up. Not that you have any reason not to trust me. Right? Anyway, I am a very right-hand dominant person, like the majority of society, but I am very right-handed, like extremely, to the degree that this hand is kind of useless, which is weird because I do a lot of things with my left hand. Writing and drawing is not one of them. Like, I pick up stuff, I'll sew with it, anything like that, it's fine. But the second that, I pick up a pen or something with it, all bets are off. I'm basically, 5 years old again, learning how to hold a pencil, which might be part of it, because I initially wound up not really making, the motor skill milestones, and, doing, oh my gosh, I knew I was gonna blank on this, freaking occupational therapy when I was, 5, and, they gave me one of the, these pencil grips with a quadrupod grip, so 3 fingers and without the pinky, don't know why. And I think that their goal was to go up eventually to the, actual way that most people hold a pen or a stylus with just the 2 fingers, but I never graduated to that. So I'd done that for years without thinking that it was weird, because I got a pencil holder for it, and then I started realizing that my hand cramped up way too much when I was drawing, and I figured out that the I guess quote-unquote normal method is easier on your wrist because you're not using as many fingers. So I've been trying to relearn that, and it is difficult. It's extremely difficult even with my dominant hand. I'm probably going to go back onto it with my left hand because she needs all the help that she can get, honestly. This girl's a little nutty. But initially, I'm going to, I think, draw something relatively quick, and then not a full illustration this time. Mainly because I'm also on camera, and I don't draw and talk a lot at the same time. So, we're going to be doing a bit of a quick doodle with my right hand for reference, and then going to use my left hand, and then blindfolded, and then I was thinking maybe left hand and blindfolded. So it's gonna be a hard time. Sorry if you can see my computer and my glasses. I don't really have anti-glare glasses, and I need them to see, so we're just gonna have to deal with it for right now. Where's my pen? Don't tell me I started this without knowing where my pen was. Honk. I'm gonna go 1 minute. Pen equipped. So we're gonna draw, I think a dog. I'm gonna let myself have all the space that I can and maybe try and go between layers for this, for each part. So, try and make sure to label them. Doggy. Let's see. Front facing. It's also kind of a warm up for me. Little doggy. Little puppy. Eyes are a little close to, or a little too far apart. Listen, just because it's quick doesn't mean that it's not good, okay? That's cute. Okay. I guess the question is whether or not I'm going to be able to do... Wrong there. The question is whether or not I'm going to be able to do a sketch for all of them. Blindfolded, I'm definitely not. Whether or not I'd want to do one with the left-handed, that's too big. Fairly simple. It's my cat. If you hear any movement, she is obsessed when I put up the barrier in my room. Control Z is going to be my friend. It always is my friend, but it's going to be my friend especially once I go into my non-dominant hand. That's going to be interesting. Oh, doing that. Oh, so I have... my tablet is right-handed. I mean, it makes sense that it would be. I guess I could... Could I flip it? Would you flip? That's something I'll have to see. Because all of my controls are over on the left here. You can't see. All of my controls are over on the left side here. And so what I do is I press a button on the top that I made into Control Z for undo. Redo that. I like that mouth. For undo. So if I'm drawing with my right hand, I'm gonna have to reach over, or I'm going to have to flip this over. Or left hand. Did I say right hand? When I'm drawing with my left hand, I'm gonna have to try to find some way to incorporate this. If not, just reach up and do Control Z, which is also a pain because the Z is super far away. it's not comfy. Ah. Just realizing the whole challenge that I've applied to myself here. Make a little tuft of hair up top. And his head. Whoop. Where do I want his head? Here? Here. Oh, maybe I could... Maybe I could keep the original sketch. Because I usually chain from the sketch anyway. And try to do that with my left hand. Possible idea. Possible idea here. It feels like it wouldn't go quite the same with or without it, so. That left cheek. As I undo the whole face. I've gone into silent mode. Just focusing on the lines. Oops. Boop, boop. Okay. That is... Should I do a whole one? Let's do a whole one. Let's just draw a quick whole puppy. This one is going to be sketch free unless I really hate it. It's out of frame. God damn it. I'm learning. Let's do this. Simple shapes. Simple shapes. Don't want to make myself look bad in the other versions. Okay. I don't like that though. gosh. Dang it, I'm gonna have to go and do the sketch. That probably makes sense anyway. Make a little, and then sort of a cross paws, and then some little feet, tail poking out behind there. Here we go. Simple dog. Just make sure I know where I want the paws to go. Okay. The face of pure concentration. It's gonna be kind of a cartoony dog, so you can't... I mean, in most situations, you can't see a dog's whole foot anyway, so... Just because we don't see the toes doesn't mean that they're not there. Object permanence lessons from Odd. There we go. A cute little puppy. Boop. Okay. So that is our reference. That is our frame of reference. I'm gonna clean this up a little bit. That simple puppy is our frame of reference. So what we're going to do now is move on to left-handedness. Boop. Okay. I guess I could keep this. Like I said, it's very different from what I wound up doing, and I feel like that's going to be the case for most of this, right? Gosh, this camera is shaking like crazy. Stay. So it's not that bad, but I'm wondering if you would flip. I don't think you will. I mean, I'd probably have to reconfigure it. I'll just try and work with it this way, because I'm not going to deal with flipping this thing over and trying to remap it for left-handed just because I'm doing it left-handed right now. So let's see how my left hand, this way, how my left hand turns out with this. Oh gosh, it feels so weird already. Ah, I don't like it. Oh. Oh, the tracking is weird too. It's like, what are you doing, woman? And, okay, that looks okay. Okay. Don't panic. Just do the thing. Oh, I already have issues with stabilizing my lines in the right hand. Ah! That's not bad. Okay. Yeah. Oh, this is screamily. Oh my gosh. This is way more difficult than I expected it to be. My brain just does not like registering things on this side. Ew. Okay. That's good enough. Good enough. Oh, I have nightmares about losing my right hand, and this is why. I'm sure that I would learn. Gosh. Eventually, but oh my gosh. The ears. Why did it do that? Why'd you do that? Okay, is it? No, it doesn't look good. Draw a normal looking area. That's good enough. He's so wiggly. He's so wiggly. Why are you so wiggly? Huh. Screw the other side of the head. I'm just gonna draw the ear first. Ah, gosh. I don't know why it's so hard. Like, oh. Okay, you got a little collar. And just follow the line. Follow the line. Follow the line. Follow the lines. They're your friends. Okay, that's not too bad. That's a skinny arm. Why? Pen pressure is out of the question in this situation, okay? There is no line weight. My hair is getting more and more disheveled and it's perfect, okay? It's perfect for this video. Because that's how I feel on the inside. Why are you like this? Why are you like this? Oh my gosh. It's just so shaky. And it's like there's no muscle memory here. That's the big thing. I think that's... Camera's in first. I think that's the main thing. And it did it again. I think that's the main thing about this thing, this method, is that it's not necessarily, I mean, it is necessarily that my left hand is just not as developed as my right when it comes to drawing and writing. So I think that it's just like, but I think that it's also like because my right hand has gotten so adapted to drawing lines in a specific way. Because when it comes to like art, I'm gonna finish this before I start, I guess, rambling too much. When it comes to art, that'll work. That's probably the best thing I've drawn here. I have come to the realization that the majority of whatever you're doing is kind of just muscle memory. It's kind of just adding like adding what you've learned in your brain to a physical pathway between your brain and your hand. And my left hand has no experience with that. So not only can it not draw or write, but it also doesn't know how to do art. It just doesn't know how to do art because I've never trained it how to do art. So that pathway doesn't exist for my left hand. So we get this wiggly beast. Yeah. I don't mind it. It's just crazy how like shaky my hand gets, especially on the tablet. And it was like, as soon as my left hand started handling the pen and I went to go and draw on the screen, my whole brain, my whole body screamed, "This is wrong. You're doing this wrong." Okay, I'm kind of procrastinating our final project, well, our second to last project here. I'm going to draw Blindfolded. And I'm happy that I got the sketch there, because I don't think that I would have been able to. So I'm going to try and sort of center myself. This is the sleep mask that I'm going to be wearing. It used to be a headphone sleep mask, and then I hated that because the headphones were uncomfortable and generally just sort of bleh. And I always forget to charge them, but you know, you get what you get. I'll take these off. Honestly, maybe I could just draw without my glasses, although that's not too bad for me personally. The thing is that it just, I would get very squinty, you know? Like, my tablet isn't that far away from me, but I've noticed that when I'm not drawing with my glasses, like if I forget them or something like that, that I'm leaning in really far, and that doesn't help, especially for this situation. Now this situation is going to be a whole different thing, so, how do I set this up? I'm going to make sure that my hand is right by the nose, okay? And then I'm going to put my mask on. My eyes are closed so I can't see, and I am immediately terrified. Hopefully I stay within frame as well. Okay, just going to start drawing what I think the nose will be. And then kind of accumulate where the eyes are. I think they're there. Where was the nose? Oh crap. Do the little smiley face and the little chin beneath it. I know this is so wrong. Cheek. Hair. Little ear. Neck. Collar. Arm. Body. Arm. Feet. Hip. Knees. Toes. Knees and toes. And tail. Okay. And I mean, I drew a Picasso approximation of the dog. Like, so I got the ears and the head kind of in the right place. It just kind of got jumbled around. Huh. Okay. Well, it's like all the parts are there. Let's compare this to the original. The parts are there. They're just, you know, a little different. It's like an approximation of dog. It's like an abstract art piece. Let's get rid of the Z. Abstract. What do you see? Is it a dog? I can't. That looked too bad, honestly, especially for Blindfolded. Okay, and now the second thing I've been dreading. That's our left-handed dog. He looks much better in comparison by now, doesn't he? Bit wigglier. But you know, it's endearing. We love him for that. Okay. Pull back up the sketch. And we're gonna do one more left-handed and hope for the best with my eyes closed. So, nose abs you on the other side of whatever this turns into. Nose. I know that's crooked. I. Cheek. Little mouth squiggle. Chin. Hair. Ear. Neck. That's gonna be long. Collar. Leg. Foot. Leg. Knee. Foot. Tail. Okay. It's so bad. How did I just draw it all in the same place? I swear I was moving. I didn't want to move too much. The nose isn't too bad. Oh my gosh. And the ears and the hair are in the same place, you know? And the one of the knees and the tail, you know, are centered. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. I pushed my hair the wrong way. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's look at each of our masterpieces here. So we got our original puppy. Not bad. Not the best that I've ever drawn in general, but I was doing it quickly. Let me get my glasses back on. Ew, these are smudgy. So we got our original puppy. Our wiggly boy. Who's already starting to look far more like a masterpiece. You know what? He's got a little bit more personality, honestly. Our abstract art piece drawn with our eyes closed. And the even more abstractification of dog. I don't think I could do it with the other one now. I don't think I could fill in the black spaces here. I have no clue where the collar went for either of them. Is it? Oh no, the collar is for the right-handed one. Left-handed one, it has disappeared into the ether. So that was basically 3 different physical challenges when it comes to this. Actually, I will title them as I speak to you. So this was interesting, and I'd be down to do it again. Maybe try and basically train my left hand. Let's see. Right hand. To do. Write this with my left hand. Left hand. But yeah, I would love to try and do this more with my left hand and just blindfolded, or do other things. Like I know there's like inverted colors, which I would totally forget instantly. So, you know, that's one thing. I'm sure I could invert my canvas. I could possibly physically. Could I do it upside down? Drawing upside down isn't actually that hard for me, so I don't know if that'd be a total challenge. I feel like you get used to it. Backwards and upside down, though, that might be a challenge. But I don't know how. I guess at the input, that wouldn't work. Regardless, if you have any ideas for challenges for me, that'd be great. Let me know what you think about this whole setup format situation, and you know, my face, and just doing these more like silly physical quick challenges. I think that it's a lot of fun, so I'll probably keep doing it regardless. But it's nice to hear people's feedbacks because, I don't know, I'm lonely over here. Hi, I'm Odd, by the way. And let me know what you think of this whole challenge. What do you think of our left-handed dog? I am growing closer to it. I think that I almost like it better than the original looking at it right now, just because it's so wiggly. He's so wiggly. You know what? Well, I love that. It's cute. You know? What else? Are any of you quite as challenged with your non-dominant hand, either if you're lefty or righty? Have you tried drawing anything else? Like, have you tried drawing with your feet? I don't know if I'd be able to do that on YouTube. I tried doing it for a little while, and it's definitely a whole other level of challenging. It's insane, really, the amount of input that just does not go to it. Is anybody else like that? Is that normal? I mean, I suppose it is with dominant hands, right? But it's just weird. It is not able to do certain things like that with a certain amount of grace. And I don't know. It feels like it's something that's strange, but at the same time, I don't know. I have a left-handed brother, and he has issues drawing with his right hand, but not as fully. And which of these is your favorite? Do you like the abstract art pieces, or maybe the wiggly puppy, or the wiggly abstract puppy? I quite enjoy the abstract pieces that I made while blindfolded. It's interesting to see. I know my voice got very high. It's interesting to see how these things kind of developed based off of what I know how to draw, and like it's just in different locations, and you can kind of see similarities between these and the original ones. So that's cool. But yeah, at that, I think that I'm going to leave this here. I'll leave it on our left-handed wiggly puppy because I enjoy it. And let me know what you want to see, and let me know if you liked it, and like it if you liked it, because you know that helps. And yeah, I'm going to be trying to do more stuff. This isn't my webcam, but I have another webcam coming, and I think that I'm going to try and do a bit more in a similar-ish format. It might change a little bit. I'm still learning, so yeah. At that, I think I'm going to leave this here, and I will see y'all next time.